the Indiana Fever front office and their nonsense, and it only took up until Game 5 for it all to begin, as Caitlin Clark out for tonight's game.
This isn't just about a missed game, it's about a foundational betrayal. The speaker immediately sets the stage, painting the Indiana Fever front office as a source of nonsense. They highlight the shocking speed of Caitlin Clark's first out status, coming up at Game 5. This isn't just news, it's an indictment. The casual dismissal of her back issues as routine back adjustments, not a big deal, gonna be happening all season, is deeply suspicious. This early downplaying of a serious health concern, right before a star player is benched, screams damage control. It's a classic tactic: minimize the problem, normalize the situation, and hope fans don't connect the dots. But fans are connecting the dots. They see through the PR spin. This isn't routine, it's a red flag waving in neon. The trust is already fractured, and the season has barely begun. The foundation of excitement built around Clark's arrival. It's crumbling, fast. This clip is the opening shot in a war for fan loyalty, and the Fever are losing badly. The shocking announcement of Caitlin Clark's back injury didn't just appear out of nowhere. It followed a chilling pattern of silence in this direction from the Indiana Fever organization. For weeks, whispers circulated. Preseason games saw Clark wearing a back brace, an unusual sight for a rookie sensation supposedly in peak physical condition. Yet, no official word. No transparency. The media too seemed to tiptoe around the subject, seemingly complicit in a silent agreement not to ask the difficult questions. It created a vacuum, a space where speculation festered. Fans, desperate for information, were left in the dark, forced to read between the lines of every blurry practice photo. But the real outrage began when the official reports started to drop. A cascade of conflicting information, each update eroding more trust than the last. How could a team so openly celebrate a player's arrival then so quickly shroud her health in secrecy? What were they hiding? And more importantly, who was suffering because of it? The answer, as we'll uncover, points directly back to the very people paying to watch her play: the fans.
Well, then this must have calmed your nerves. Status report for tomorrow, posted May 19th. Status report for tomorrow's game versus Portland: no injuries. Oh man, everybody's healthy for the first time in God knows how when. Monique Billings is healthy, Lexi Hole's healthy, Sophie's healthy, AB's healthy, Caitlin.
This clip is a masterclass in manipulation, highlighting the calculated deception at play. The speaker mocks the organization's false sense of security, ridiculing the idea that the no injuries report on May 19th would calm your nerves. It's an explicit lie. Just 24 hours before a major game, fans are told everybody's healthy. Monique Billings, Lexi Hole, Sophie, AB, and crucially, Caitlin Clark's healthy. This wasn't an oversight, it was a deliberate misrepresentation. Imagine the thrill. Imagine the relief. Fans made plans, bought tickets, traveled, all based on a publicly released statement of perfect health. They invested not just money, but their precious time and emotional energy. The Fever knew the drawing power of Clark. They knew a new injuries report specifically naming her would drive ticket sales through the roof. It wasn't about player health. It was about profit. This clip exposes the cold, cynical heart of an organization willing to gamble with fan trust for short-term gain. The euphoria of Caitlin Clark's healthy quickly turned into the bitter taste of betrayal. The no injuries report wasn't just a mistake, it was a calculated lure. Imagine the ripple effect. A fan on the fence, swayed by the promise of seeing their favorite player. They double-check the injury list, see Clark's name absent, and click purchase. Maybe they shell out for plane tickets, book a hotel room, or arrange childcare. These aren't small decisions, they're significant commitments, made in good faith, based on official team information. But that faith was about to be shattered. This isn't just about a player's back, it's about the integrity of an entire professional sports franchise. What does it say when an organization prioritizes a quick buck over honest communication with its dedicated fan base? It sends a clear message. You, the fan, are merely a wallet, not a valued supporter. The trust forged between a team and its community is fragile. Once broken, it's almost impossible to repair, and the Indiana Fever, in one fell swoop, took a sledgehammer to that bond. How many fans woke up that morning, excited for the game, only to see their plans and their trust implode?
After you've already made your travel plans, after you've already bought your tickets, after you've already said, hey, can you watch the kids? Hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do that? After you made all the things that you needed to do, got all your accounts in order, the Indiana Fever drop this on you. Status update.
This segment is gut-wrenching because it perfectly captures the immense effort fans undertake for their team, only for it to be utterly disregarded. The speaker lists the myriad sacrifices: travel plans, bought your tickets, arranging watch the kids, do this, do that, got all your accounts in order. This isn't just about leisure, it's about life. These are real people, making real sacrifices, rearranging their lives to support a team and see a specific player. Then, 24 hours later, after all that investment, all that planning, all that hope, the Fever dropped this on you. Status update: Caitlin Clark back is out today. The contrast is brutal. The joy of anticipation turns into bitter disappointment. This isn't just an inconvenience, it's a slap in the face. It's a direct insult to the loyalty and dedication of the fan base. The organization's actions weren't just negligent, they were seemingly designed to maximize revenue before delivering the devastating news. The pain isn't just for Clark, it's for every fan who believed in the official word. The immediate aftermath of the injury announcement was a firestorm. Social media exploded with anger and disbelief. Fans who had just spent hundreds, even thousands, on tickets and travel were left reeling. The question echoed across every platform. Why now? Why not be honest from the start? It wasn't just the fact of the injury, but the timing of its disclosure, that fueled the outrage. It felt deliberate, a calculated strategy to cash in on Caitlin Clark's star power before pulling the rug out from under the very people who created that power. The Indiana Fever had seemingly turned its back on the fans who had just committed their hard-earned money and precious time. This wasn't just about winning or losing, it was about respect, or the complete lack thereof. And this pattern of obfuscation, this dance around the truth, extends far beyond a single injury report. It suggests a deeper, more troubling culture within the organization itself, a culture where transparency is optional, and fan loyalty is merely a commodity to be exploited. But who else was playing a part in this charade?
Back injury that none of the stooges that are credentialed media asked about during the preseason. We see her with a back brace against Liberty, no stooge asked. We see her with the back brace against the Wings, no stooge asked. We see her with the back brace against the Nigerian national team. Nobody that's credentialed decided to ask about the damn back brace.
This clip delivers a stinging critique of media complicity, exposing a troubling aspect of the professional sports ecosystem. The speaker aggressively calls out stooges that are credentialed media for failing to ask about Caitlin Clark's back injury. They rattle off specific instances: against Liberty, against the Wings, against the Nigeria national team. In each case, Clark was seen wearing a back brace, yet nobody that's credentialed decided to ask about the damn back brace. This isn't just an oversight, it's a monumental failure of journalism. Are these reporters afraid to challenge the narrative? Are they too cozy with the team? Or worse, are they actively being told what not to ask? The implication is clear. The media, whose job it is to inform the public and hold organizations accountable, fell short. They allowed the Fever to control the narrative to hide a potential injury and to mislead the fans. This segment suggests a deeper, more systemic problem than just a single team's dishonesty. It hints at a sports media landscape that is perhaps too compromised to deliver the whole truth. It forces viewers to question every official report. The silence from credentialed media isn't just puzzling, it's damning. In a world where every flicker of celebrity is dissected, how could a visible back brace on the biggest star in women's sports go unaddressed by those with privileged access? It beggars belief. This isn't about protecting a player's privacy. It's about disclosing information vital to the public, especially those who financially invest in seeing that player. The absence of pointed questions creates a vacuum that allows misinformation to flourish. It allows organizations to operate without accountability, knowing that uncomfortable truths will remain unasked and therefore officially unconfirmed. This dynamic fosters an environment where truth becomes a casualty of access. Is it possible that the media, instead of being watchdogs, have become gatekeepers for the team's carefully curated image? The narrative here is one of power and control. The Indiana Fever, it seems, isn't just managing injuries, it's managing information. And they're allegedly doing it with the tacit agreement of those who should be challenging them. But how far does this control truly extend, and what lengths would they go to keep their secrets hidden?
The Indiana Fever do a good job of keeping you guys on ice. They do a good job of, hey, take some money underneath the table. Just don't ask me about the back, please. Just don't ask me about the back. I'd appreciate it. Just don't ask about the back. The Indiana Fever before every press conference.
This clip takes the accusation of media complicity a shocking step further, implying outright bribery and manipulation. The speaker claims the Indiana Fever are keeping you guys on ice. suggesting a deliberate strategy to pacify or control. The most explosive line: "Take some money underneath the table. Just don't ask me about the back, please." This is a direct accusation of unethical conduct, alleging that financial incentives are being used to silence legitimate inquiry. It paints a picture of a corrupt system, where critical questions are stifled not by accident, but by design. The repetition of "just don't ask me about the back" underscores the extreme sensitivity of the topic for the organization, indicating a deep secret they are desperate to protect. If these allegations are true, it represents a profound breach of trust, not only with the fans but with the very principle of journalistic integrity. It suggests that the truth about Caitlin Clark's back was not merely downplayed, but actively suppressed through potentially illicit means. This isn't just poor communication, it's alleged malfeasance, poisoning the well of public discourse. The implications of alleged money underneath the table are staggering. It suggests a systemic rot where the integrity of sports reporting is compromised for financial gain. This isn't just about a team managing its image, it's about actively distorting reality for the public. Such tactics create a fog of misinformation, making it impossible for fans to make informed decisions about their time, their money, and their emotional investment. How can fans trust any official statement when the very channels meant to verify information are allegedly silenced? This kind of alleged behavior fundamentally undermines the relationship between a team, the media, and its fan base. It breeds cynicism and distrust. And it's not just a one-off incident. It suggests a culture of secrecy, a deliberate strategy to control information at all costs. But how exactly do they enforce this alleged silence? The speaker reveals another, even more explicit, method of controlling the narrative, making it abundantly clear what topics are strictly off-limits.
Before every time they talk to Stephanie White or the players during practice, handing out index cards, questions what you can ask and what you can't ask. Questions that are perfectly fine and questions that are off limit.
This segment unveils a chilling mechanism of control: the index cards. The speaker vividly describes the fever handing out index cards before every press conference and practice, dictating questions, what you can ask, and what you can't ask. This is not subtle. This is explicit censorship, a blatant attempt to manipulate the narrative and prevent uncomfortable truths from surfacing. It transforms press conferences from forums of inquiry into carefully choreographed performances. The line between perfectly fine questions and off-limits questions reveals a deliberate strategy to control information flow. It's an admission that certain topics are too sensitive, too damaging to their image, to ever be publicly discussed. This isn't merely guiding the conversation, it's stifling it entirely. This tactic directly corroborates the previous claims of media complicity, showing how the Stooges are not just failing to ask, but are actively being told not to ask. It's an authoritarian approach to public relations, and it screams of an organization with something significant to hide, something they are desperate to keep under wraps. The control is absolute, and the cost is transparency. The image of index cards dictating acceptable questions is a stark symbol of media manipulation. It's a direct insult to the concept of a free press and an open dialogue. This isn't just bad PR, it's an alleged cover-up, plain and simple. What kind of organization feels the need to so rigidly control its public messaging? One that fears the truth. One that knows the reality is far uglier than the polished facade it presents. This level of control inevitably raises suspicions. What exactly is so sensitive about Caitlin Clark's back that it requires such an iron-fisted approach? Is it just a routine injury, or something far more serious that could impact her long-term career or the team's immediate prospects? The secrecy itself becomes a story, a glaring red flag waving in the face of anyone paying attention. This isn't an isolated incident. It's part of a disturbing pattern. A pattern that fans unfortunately have seen before. The organization's playbook, it seems, is well worn, and the pages are filled with tactics of delay, denial, and deception. How many times can a fan base endure the same old tricks before they finally say, enough is enough?
The Indiana Fever are already starting with their nonsense. After all summer last year, dragging you guys along. Oh, Caitlin Clark's day-to-day. Oh, she's game time decision. Oh, she's probable. Oh, she might come back. Oh, she might not come back. Oh, she's healthy. Oh, wait, well, she's not healthy anymore. Oh, 24 hours, a whole lot changes. And here we are again, back to square one.
This segment slams the Indiana Fever for its history of nonsense, framing the current situation not as an anomaly, but as a recurring nightmare. The speaker recaps all summer last year, and the repetitive, infuriating cycle. Oh, Caitlin Clark's day-to-day. Oh, she's game time decision. Oh, she's probable. Oh, she might come back. Oh, she might not come back. Oh, she's healthy. Oh, wait, well, she's not healthy anymore. This isn't just poor communication, it's emotional manipulation. It's designed to keep fans perpetually hopeful, always on the hook, never fully trusting but always wanting to believe. The phrase 24 hours, a whole lot changes perfectly encapsulates the sudden jarring shifts in narrative. It's a psychological game, and the fans are the pawns. The crushing realization that, here we are again back to square one speaks volumes about the organization's inability or unwillingness to learn from past mistakes, or perhaps their deliberate choice to repeat them. This established pattern of deception makes the current Caitlin Clark situation even more egregious, turning disappointment into deep-seated cynicism. It's a broken record, and the fans are tired of the song. The historical pattern of day-to-day and game-time decision isn't just frustrating, it's economically impactful. Fans plan trips, buy merchandise, and dedicate their time based on these vague, often misleading, updates. Each false promise, each last-minute reversal, isn't just a blow to morale. It's a direct hit to the pockets of loyal supporters. This consistent lack of transparency creates an environment of perpetual uncertainty, discouraging genuine engagement and fostering deep distrust. It's a tactic that prioritizes short-term ticket sales over long-term fan loyalty. How can a team build a passionate, dedicated fan base if it repeatedly treats its supporters as expendable? The message is clear. The organization views fans not as partners in the journey, but as mere consumers to be milked for profit, regardless of the emotional or financial cost. This isn't just poor management, it's predatory behavior. And for many, this latest incident with Caitlin Clark's injury is the final straw. It's time for a reckoning. It's time for fans to reclaim their power and send a definitive message to an organization that has, by all accounts, failed them repeatedly. But what does that message look like?
Everybody, don't spend a single dollar supporting this franchise. Don't spend a single dollar supporting this organization. They haven't earned it. They don't deserve it. If you're going to support, watch on TV if Caitlin Clark's playing.
This clip delivers a powerful, unequivocal call to action. Don't spend a single dollar supporting this franchise. Don't spend a single dollar supporting this organization. This isn't just a suggestion. It's an impassioned plea, born of deep frustration and perceived betrayal. The speaker argues the Fever haven't earned it. They don't deserve it. This isn't about mere performance on the court, it's about integrity, respect, and basic honesty. The speaker provides an alternative for true fans. Watch on TV if Caitlin Clark's playing. This nuance is crucial. It's not a boycott of the player or even the sport, but a targeted withdrawal of financial support from the organization itself. It empowers fans, giving them a tangible way to express their discontent and demand accountability. This stance transforms passive spectators into active agents of change, using their purchasing power as a weapon against perceived corporate greed and dishonesty. It's a direct challenge to the Fever. Earn our money, earn our respect, or face the consequences of an empty arena and dwindling revenue. The message is clear. No more free passes, no more unquestioning loyalty. The call to withhold financial support is more than just a protest. It's a declaration of independence. For too long, fans have been taken for granted, their loyalty assumed, their pockets seen as an endless resource. But this moment, fueled by the alleged deceit surrounding Caitlin Clark's injury, represents a turning point. It's a collective awakening, a realization that true power lies not just in cheering, but in the collective decision to disengage when an organization loses its way. This isn't about fair-weather fandom, it's about holding those in power accountable. If the Indiana Fever truly cares about its bottom line, then hitting them where it hurts, their revenue streams, is the most effective way to force a change in behavior. This movement isn't just about one team, it's a wider statement about consumer power in the sports world. Fans are demanding respect, honesty, and transparency, and if they don't get it, they're ready to walk away. But this sentiment of betrayal isn't just coming from frustrated individuals. It's a widespread lament from the entire fan base, fueled by a deep-seated suspicion that the truth about injuries is always hidden.
Tell me again that it's just normal adjustments? As soon as no tunnel pick, I knew we were cooked. And this is why I don't listen to them when they talk injuries. They said it was nothing to worry about and it was just maintenance. Now she is out because of her back. Y'all just can't ever tell the truth about injury.
This clip channels the collective exasperation of fans, capturing the pervasive distrust that now defines their relationship with the Fever. The sarcastic opening, "Tell me again that it's just normal adjustments," mocks the organization's initial defense. The team's track record of downplaying serious issues, claiming it was nothing to worry about, and it was just maintenance, only to see a player out because of her back, has completely eroded public trust. It paints a picture of habitual dishonesty, where every official statement is viewed with suspicion. This segment is a raw expression of frustration from fans who feel gaslit and disrespected, constantly fed half-truths that eventually unravel. The organization's credibility is in tatters, and this clip perfectly articulates why. The fans are tired of the charade. The repeated failure to be transparent about injuries has created a toxic environment where official statements are met with skepticism, not belief. Fans aren't just reacting to this specific incident, they're reacting to a pattern of behavior that has trained them to expect deception. This is more than just an organization's PR problem. It's an integrity crisis. When the truth about player health is consistently obscured, it undermines the very spirit of competition and fair play. It raises questions about player safety, team management, and the ethical responsibilities of a professional sports franchise. The narrative of maintenance quickly turning into a full-out status is a jarring example of this alleged dishonesty. It fuels the conviction that the team deliberately withheld information to achieve some undisclosed objective, likely financial, while disregarding the emotional and financial investment of its fan base. But in this landscape of alleged lies, who can the fans truly trust? The speaker has a clear answer, dividing the world into two camps: those who lie and those who reveal the truth.